on my way to work. It's usually the most utilized time I do any vlogging, is to and from work. Ugh. I really need to change it up this year. Once I'm capable of riding again. My chest and my leg is still hurting from the surgery. Especially where they, with that radio frequency ablation to correct arrhythmia, they stick about a 1/4 or 3/8 inch catheter in your leg vein and snake that up into your heart to create the scar tissue to stop the misconducting electrical paths. But because of that operation, it caused a nice little blood clot in my vein. And although the blood clot is finally dissolved after several months of blood thinners, I still got inflamed lymph nodes down in my leg there, so it makes it difficult to walk at times. And as for the chest thing, well, I have no idea what that's all about. Because they didn't do open heart surgery on me, so. But my sternum has been kicking my butt ever since then, especially, depending on which way I lay or stretch. I told the doc about it, but they don't really have an answer other than, no, it's musculoskeletal. But I don't know, I just figure it's just lingering irritation, but of course I also have pectus excavatum, which is another little, well, I mean, it's not as serious a medical condition unless it's really deep, like mine, and then it can compress your heart and lungs, which is likely the reason that I've had AFib all this time, because my heart's constantly irritated from being squished. Yeah, falling apart I am, but what can I do? Not really much of anything. Oh, I am going to be getting treatment for the pectus sometime this year. I'm not going with a surgical option since I don't really have anyone here that can help me out of bed after surgery for the recovery period. Which is what they recommend. Because, yeah, the normal surgical methods, one is called the Nuss procedure. The other one is called a Ravitz. And, well, there's another one out that's called Tolenoplasty, which is kind of like just lay a plate across your ribs and like drill a hole in your sternum and kind of use a screw to pull it up and then fasten it to that plate. This is a lot less invasive than the other two methods, which the Ravitch being they cut the ends of your rib cartilage off and then kind of regraft it to your sternum to reshape your chest wall. The Nuss procedure, they bend a metal bar to the shape they want, and they shove that on the inside of your chest cavity and flip it upside down to push your sternum out. All three are not very comfortable. And quite frankly, I'm not really fond of the pain, so yeah, not gonna go that route. So the fourth option is kind of like using one of those dent pullers on a car. Just have a really big suction cup, and you just wear that, use a little squeezy bulb and evacuate the air out of it, and it pulls your sternum forward. So it'll create mild discomfort. It's not nearly as traumatic to the body as the other three options. And I don't require assistance, for recovery, because there is no recovery on that. It's just you throw it on, pump it up, wear it for a few hours twice a day, and then over the next, several years, it will eventually straighten out your chest wall. So my hope is between the surgery and getting my chest wall corrected, that'll take care of my heart arrhythmia problems that I've been plagued with the last several years. I actually start getting a lot more of my life back. So I tell you, it's been rough, and it's, I guess you can almost say it's medically induced PTSD I have now because of all this mess. It's like I fear doing anything. I fear going out in the public, leaving the house, trying to do any exercise or work of any kind. So I'm still always in that mindset that I'm going to trigger my arrhythmia by doing these actions. So it's highly stressful. And I have still yet to come up with a decent coping mechanism. And I haven't been able to ride because of all the health crap, so yeah. I'm a mess these days. Yeah, definitely a stressful way of existence. Both financially, mentally, well, kind of physically, but at least the physical part I'm getting better on the more I'm starting to walk around the plant and do things. So I figure at least a few months from now, physically ought to be a lot better. Might even start cutting my own lawn. Ooh. No, who am I kidding? I'm lazy. I don't want to cut my lawn. No one wants to cut lawn. Ever. But I got some interesting news though. So getting a roommate. My neighbor Jimmy down the road. He'll be living with me for a while, as the house he was renting got sold, so he has to vacate the premises in fairly short order. So I'm gonna see how that turns out. I haven't had a roommate since college, so I've kind of been used to living on my own. I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about it after a few weeks. But hey, could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, but I think it'll be alright. I mean, he is the individual who's been helping me anyway in a lot of housekeeping and chores I wasn't able to accomplish while I was recovering off work. So he's a kind-hearted soul. I figured I'd try and help him as best I can, because he's been in and out of work, dude. I mean, he's usually a construction worker, but during the winter season he doesn't get a lot of work. So he normally works on highways and such things. And the company he usually contracts with, they're pretty slow in the wintertime, so they lean out the crew to keep their overhead low. But oh well. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, and for those of you who have been sending a few letters, thank you for those. We're kind of working on a mail call video. Just haven't quite got it nailed down what we want to do for those yet, but appreciate the mail and the sticker exchange. So I'll get to opening all those letters that have been sent to us as soon as we get that figured out, and then we'll put out a video. So I'm trying to figure out a way how to do like a combined split screen thing, and since I live here in Cincinnati and Amy lives in Ontario, it's either got to do a hangout or come up with some other format. So there's that little tricky business. Yeah, we'll get it sorted and get a video out once we get all that straightened. So look forward to those. I know that seems to be a popular thing for people to be doing these days, or those mail call videos, but what else are you gonna do when the weather's cold and stuff? Well, except for the geared Raven, she gets the privilege of living in a warmer climate. So us snowbirds up here, meh. Yeah, I'm jealous, very jealous. I hate the snow. But regardless, I'm about at work, so I'm gonna catch you all later. See ya.